guys, Jake Ryder coming back at you with another review. I hope you guys are having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Behind me I have the 2019 Nissan 370Z, and I'm excited to tell you guys about this. I'm a little biased about this car because this is like my favorite car. So yeah, let's get jumping into this review right now. If you guys are in town, Winston-Salem, this is the modern Nissan of Winston-Salem, so go ahead and check these guys out because this is a great dealership and I highly recommend it. As you can tell with the 2019, not much has changed with the body style, but I still love the way that this car looks. It's just sleek and it's sporty, and I just feel nostalgic about this car because it's just, I don't know, I love seeing these cars on the road and hearing them. I mean, they're not the loudest cars, but they do put some decent power down on the ground, and they're fun little cars. Before I move on to the side of the car, I just want to mention these headlights. Still kind of the same, but I like these a lot because they look aggressive but also sleek, just like the rest of the car. So let's go ahead and move on to the side of the car and talk about the little things that are on the outside. With the 2019, it comes standard with 18-inch rims front and back. They are just a little bit wider in the back for extra traction. Just give you that peace of mind that you're not going to be slipping around too much. But yeah, that pretty much covers it about the side of the vehicle. There's nothing crazy on the outside. Before I show you guys the interior of this vehicle, I'd like to show you the engine, talk to you about the gas mileage this car makes and the power that it makes. And it's a treat. Under the hood reveals a 3.7 liter V6 that puts out about 332 horsepower at 7,000 RPMs, which is pretty decent for this kind of car. It gets about 19 in the city and about 25 on the highway, which is also very good for a sports car. It's pretty simple up here. I mean, it's got intakes, new dipsticks right here, which is pretty easy to use. Yeah, you can't really see much because of this giant cover, but you can do a lot to this car if you buy it, of course, not if you lease it. But if you do buy this car, you can get upgraded everything, basically. So yeah, let's jump you guys into the interior of the vehicle and talk a little about the cool little features it comes with and everything like that. When opening the car, you do have a beautiful interior. You can get different types of interiors with this car, but this just has standard cloth seats. And when you sit down in it, there is plenty of bolstering on either side. It makes you feel like you are in a really cool sports car, which I mean it is. I mean it really is. And you get what you pay for. I love this interior. It's not that crazy of an interior. And some say it's dated, and that's what this car gets kind of trash talked on a little bit, is that the interior is a little bit dated. But I feel like if you're buying this car, you're buying to drive it, and not really paying attention to all of the technology and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to move you guys more into the interior of the car and talk to you guys about the different little features it has. So yeah. First off, I want to mention this car does come equipped with power windows, of course. And also a neat little feature this car has is the traction control button is up here located on the left side of the steering wheel. And I don't know, I think that's a neat position for it because in most cars that I've been in, it's more of like in this general area of the vehicle around the shift knob or whatnot. But moving on towards the gauge cluster, I think this is a beautiful gauge cluster. It's so simple. Nowadays, everything's going to electronic, like screens and everything. Nope, not with this. This is simple and to the point, which I love about this car. There's not much more I can say about the gauge cluster. So moving on towards the steering wheel, it's kind of hard for me to show you the whole steering wheel. So here we go. It's all leather stitched, and this comes standard with the 370. Moving on towards the center of the dash, you do have these three little dials that tell you different little things. I'm not going to go too far into detail about that, but I do think that it makes this car look a lot more sporty. And as you move down the column, you do have this little compartment that if you lift up, you can put sunglasses or your phone or whatever, probably more your sunglasses because it's not that big of a space, but it is big enough for a pair of sunglasses. So I'll go ahead and put that down. And as you move down, this is where the 370 does get kind of dogged on because it only has, old-timey radio going on here. But it does have all of the creature comforts of a regular vehicle. This car does also come equipped, as you can see, with a start-stop button instead of having to mess around with a key or anything. This car does, if you move down here, also have a handbrake, and I like that. I like the mechanical version of the handbrake instead of just a little button because I feel like I'm more safe with the mechanical version. So here we go. We have a 7-speed automatic, and I like that you can drop it into manual mode and shift up and down, but I really wish with the base model that they put paddle shifters on. And that I think that would have been an amazing feature. This car does have climate control, obviously. Another thing that is kind of interesting is that it only has one cup holder instead of having two. So I feel like they could have put the trunk release somewhere else and have had 2 cup holders, but that's all right with me. And if you move down here, you do have a little center console, which is not the biggest, but does have some decent room. It also has a USB and auxiliary cable and a 12 volt as well. If I move further to the back, behind the seats there are little cargo compartments, which I think is nice. So if you go grocery shopping, or you're just, I don't know, you're taking a little purse around or anything like that, you have plenty of room. And I'll go ahead and show you guys better of what the trunk looks like and how much space you have. As you can see, there's not a crazy amount of room, but for this kind of vehicle, I think that it does have plenty of space for a couple bags of luggage or groceries or anything decently sized, not ginormous, of course. So that about wraps it up for this area of the car. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the rear end, and I love this rear end because it's just, I don't know, it's wide already, just base, which I think is beautiful. It is a little bit hidden, but you guys do get a reverse camera, which comes in handy when you're backing into tight spots or anything like that. It also has a nice brake light down here, which I think complements the car very well. It also comes with dual tip exhaust, which I think sounds amazing. It's not the loudest car, but it does sound, I think, pretty good. This about concludes the video. You guys have a great day, and make sure to drop a like and to subscribe.